Yes!
What are we getting into today, T-Bone?
Don't you point that thing at me. Anyway, hey, it's T-Bone here at the Center of Music and Art, and today is kind of fun day for me because I get to mod a Stratocaster guitar. And the big thing on the Stratocaster guitar that we have is the Klôs carbon fiber neck. This baby shouldn't move at all and has stainless steel frets and locking tuners, although we will be changing the tuners on this to a set of Graphtec ratios. So anyway, I can show you what all we're changing out. Obviously that's the main point. We're going to do some Lala pickups in this thing, and we're actually going to change the configuration because right now it's HSS, or for you people who need to know, humbucker single single. We're going to be changing the pick guard, and we're going to change it over to 3 single coil pickups, which that's where the Lala comes in. So anyway, the other things we're going to be doing, obviously, we're changing the locking tuners. We're going to be changing the switch tip, changing the knobs, and let's see, we're going to change the jack too. Other than that, we're keeping the body. It'll be interesting though because we're changing everything to almost over to black. I really won't know what it's going to look like or if it's going to work until everything gets together, but it's kind of fun to think about. So anyway, I will get started on this like right now. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this neck off, and we're going to see if the Klôs neck fits on this, because sometimes you have necks that have a little bit of variables and they don't fit in there very well. But Klôs is really good about speccing these necks out to where they would fit right in. And they only have, for the guitar, I'm thinking they only have like a Stratocaster and a Telecaster neck. I think they have a Jazzmaster one too. But this one's the Strat neck. So we're going to see if it actually fits right in there. So we're going to turn this baby over. Actually, I'm going to lay it flat, move some stuff out of the way, leave it on my pad here, and we're going to do this. Really wish I had some music that would play so we could do this, but you know, to each his own.
Sounds like you're making your own music.
I'm trying. It just comes natural to me, I guess. So, we will be using the neck plate on this. I thought about swapping it out, but we still have some chrome parts on here, so I thought, I'll just leave the neck plate that comes with it. Okay, so there's that. We'll leave the neck plate. Now we're going to grab this because I don't want this to go flying. Let's see here. Oh, yep, comes right off. So, by the way, this is a 2022 Fender Strat. It is a player series. So, first of all, I guess we're going to find out whether this fits right in here. Wow. I mean, there's a little bit, but these things, the next big carbon fiber, they ain't going to go anywhere. And these things have inserts rather than obviously using wood screws. So now we need to see if the screws are going to work, because the screws aren't as long. You can see that. So, and these are bolts. So I need to see, actually, wow, that fits right in there. Trust me, this is the first time doing this, so if it, yep, there. I'm going to hold it into place. I got two started, so we're going to, but yeah, the neck itself has inserts rather than like you putting a wood screw into wood, so they're not going to go anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
So they work. I just wanted to see how far down before it catches on each, because there could be different lengths. You never know. But, so we're going to take these off. Now I'm going to grab the neck plate, and I should have enough to start screwing into the inserts on the carbon fiber Klôs neck. As you can see, this looks really, really cool. Yeah, trying to make sure I cover all the bases. That lines up very, very nice.
Thank you, Klôs, for making this easy.
Very much. Thank you, Klôs. I should give a shout out to the carbon wooden wire event, which Klôs will be a part of. When is that again, Garrett?
That's a good question. August 1st.
August 1st. Get it in there. Everything's seated.
It looks great.
Yeah, man, that works well. So it looks, looks like it's going to hit right at about 25.5. So that's great. Now I get to take this off. I will fire up the soldering machine. Now I'm going to take the pick guard off. So let me get, starting to be one of my favorite tools I have is a cordless drill, a cordless screwdriver. For years I would never use one of these. And then I just finally said, you know what? I'm buying one. And I'm glad I did. Things are very easy going here at the Center of Music and Art. So, yep.
Like butter.
So you'll notice that they're actually routed out for 2 humbuckers and a single, but it's all in what pick guard you put with it. Now I think I've had people come in and like watch me take apart things, but not necessarily on camera. So it comes right off.
Well, a lot of people love the work that you do, and it's kind of cool to see the behind the scenes of what it looks like.
Yeah.
When
See how much frustration I can have and how I lose my mind most of the time.
No, I was just going to say, this is what it looks like when Tim breaks a guitar.
Yeah. It's usually an emotional breakdown. No, I'm kidding. No, it's all good. Get a 1/2-inch wrench. Shout out to Harbor Freight. Shout out to my friend Andrew. He'll love that. Okay, so we'll take those off. No washers. I was a little surprised. So we're going to go ahead. Now, Fender, I mean, most humbuckers you see have 2 height adjustment screws or 2 mounting screws, whatever you want to call it. But Fender likes to put 2 on one side so you can tilt it either way and then the other side just brings up. Okay, so now I got this so I can put all that on there at some point. We're going to have to get this. Shouldn't have to get it up and out of the way really. So, let's go ahead and I'll take those off. By the way, just so everybody can know, there are the Graphtec ratio tuner. These are the Graphtec string saver saddles we're putting on the bridge. I've actually already taken the saddles off the bridge. So, and then we have the Lawler specials that we're going to put in. So, I'm asking, I'll set it aside. I normally just throw it across.
You normally just eat it, right?
Either that or just throw it across the room. Anyway. So now, okay. So they actually did the neck and the bridge on the same side. They did set it up to coil split when you put it in the, well, I guess would be 4th position. It's the bridge and middle together. Notice this is across these 3 leads, so the middle pickup is on in 2, 3, and 4, if you can see that. There we go. Whew. Well, that was fun. For you wondering why I'm using the spectacles, my eyes aren't that good. There's the single coils. There's the humbucker.
What's the hardest part about working on a guitar, overhauling it like this?
Well, I mean, praying that everything works together. Chemistry is a big thing. You know, in your mind, you think, oh gosh, I'm going to get these pickups with this, and then you get it all together and like, ooh, that doesn't sound as well as I thought, or ooh, that doesn't play as well as I thought it should. So, I guess the worst thing is the unknown. Like, because I built a guitar one time. I actually worked on a Strat, and I had my idea. I was trying to figure out, well, what pickups am I going to put in this thing? And the thing was, the body was totally maple. And I knew, oh boy, if I put anything vintage or anything, it's going to be bright, bright, bright. And I did not want that. So I went with pickups that were a little more mid-rangey. And it was a great call.
So what got you into being a luthier, working on guitars?
It's a strange story. I mean, I always had an interest in working on things. My grandfather was one of the first TV repairmen when I was growing up. And he had a shop, and I used to go out to the shop all the time and mess with parts and look at different things. He actually built one of my first guitar amps, if that makes any kind of sense, which it should. But it's kind of crazy. I was working for a place, delivering, and my mom called me and said, hey, the music store is looking for somebody, not knowing that that's what it was for. And I got very lucky. Shout out to Corey Yeller, the sensei, who trained me and is in my brain to be calling him as much as I need him. Even to this day, I'm going to leave the plastic on this, because there is a plastic coating. I could take it off if I want. But just in the case, you know, when you're putting stuff together, you might scratch something or whatever. It's nice to have that protective film on it.
Where are you playing at?
Where am I playing? Oh my gosh.
First of all, for anybody that doesn't know, what don't you play?
A lot of things. I mean, it sounds like, I play a lot of stuff. I always say I don't play all that stuff well.
Yeah, right.
But I do, I cover a lot of bases. So
did your love for music just like push you to like learn drums and bass and guitar and singing and all that?
Yeah, it was, because when I started, we had a family friend bought me an acoustic, like a small harmony acoustic when I was like 7. And then my mom got me into lessons. And then I could only do lessons I did lessons for probably a couple years. And then my sister was wanting to do gymnastics, and we really couldn't afford to do both. So, I'd had my time, so it was time for my sister to do her thing, and then I didn't really do anything with the guitar for a while. And then a friend of my cousin, they had equipment. I went down there, I started jamming, and I guess the rest is history. So, and then I know my mom and dad bought me a drum set at one point, which was awesome. And then little by little, I just started picking up things. I really didn't get going until I was probably in my late 30s. which was when I started subbing in for a lot of people and just forced me into doing that.
This month is Theriaca's podcast for Centered Sessions, where they elected to play 2 of the grand cutaways from Klôs.
That's Nathan and the boys.
Yep.
Shout out to Nate. They gave me the tunings and
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder who set them up.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Every day is Christmas. And it is. I mean, what's not to love? I'm a musician, I work in a music store, and I get to do a job that I absolutely love, and I get to help people out.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
So why did you choose the Lawlers?
I like Lawler. I've actually seen videos. I thought, wouldn't it be cool? It's a sunburst guitar. Let's change it over to a single coil. Give it more of the vintagey sound. But Lawler does fantastic pickups. And I've been dying to use them. I know what I wanted to do. So, and they sent us picks.
I know.
Sometimes pickups are very hard to put on at times, especially when you have long screws, especially on a humbucker, and they don't give you a lot of spring. And then you're trying to screw it on there and like it just shoots out. Down periscope. There we go. Come on, baby. Next up is the middle. That worked nicely.
Oh, I like that they labeled the pickups like that.
Yeah. I think I got it started. And I did. Happy day, happy day.
This is going to be a really good looking guitar when we're done.
The good looking part, I'm not doubting. The sounding part is the part I'm wanting to happen.
I've seen the guitars you fixed and what they sounded like afterwards. I'm not worried about it.
I told Jonathan he could try this out.
Yeah. Shout out, Johnny.
Shout out to John Stanley. Okay, so now we have those beauties in. Now, flip it that way.
You make it look easy.
I don't know about easy, but at least it works, I think. We're going to plug it in before I even put this thing back together. Well, so now if you can see, hopefully you can, all the black wires are soldered to the top of the pot. All the other colored wires, which is the 2 whites and the yellows, which are the hots off the single coils, are on the switch. So now, before I put this thing back together, man, that clicks in there nicely.
Hey.
That's awful nice. That does work. That works. That works. That works. And that works.
It's almost like you know what you're doing.
Almost. This is always the fun part.
Didn't finish.
Yeah. Yep.
Or after.
Yep. Black is great with a sunburst finish.
It looks good.
Yep, all level. These are kind of set up, it looks like a Fender. Fender does have a a 2-point pin that it fits right into, if you can see, right into the holes. They look very similar. Now, whether they're exact, I don't know, but we will find out. We're talking about having a T-Bone Talks, and where people can email me questions. I'll try to get to as many as I can. It should be fun. So let's see what the lovely people at Graph Tech handed me. Oh, look at that. So they gave us a lot of different adapters that can fit on a lot of different places where other tuning keys was. So, but these look very, very similar, because you'll see those have the 2 points. I'm just kind of curious.
Ta-da!
Thank you, sir. Now, the thing about it is, this isn't just like, oh, we're going to throw some tuning keys on there and that's it. These tuning keys, each one has their own ratio. You know, some are more fine-tunable than others.
If you could have any guitar in the world, what would it be?
One that works.
That's fair.
I remember the first time I played a vintage Martin. It was a 1947. I think it was it a D28? I didn't know what I was playing. And the guy hands it to me and he says, "Here, strum this." And I said, "Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Wait a minute." I'm like, "What is this?" And he told me, and I'm like, "Get this out of my hands." So anyway, I'm going to stop for today. Next time, we'll get everything else done. We'll do the restring, set up, and we're going to play this thing, and it's going to sound amazing. So, peace out.
24 hours later.
Hey, it's T-Bone, and we're going back to work on the mod Strat. So today, it looks like we are going to do the bridge. We'll put the saddles on the bridge, then we put the bridge in the guitar, then we string her up and hope everything works out. Well, hey, if you can hear the music, it's this artist named B. Cupid. You might have heard of him. I'm pretty sure I have. Shout out to B. Cupid. And then we'll go ahead and put these in. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So I'm just going to bring them up just a hair. So now comes the trick. I'm going to put a cloth under here, because I am going to make the attempt to put the springs in the back, and I don't want it to like clamp against the body and really indent the body if I can help it. Okay. Man, gotta keep a hold of this thing. So we're gonna go right to the middle. Yes, I'm gonna make the attempt to put this on with my hands. At least the first one.
That carbon fiber and tobacco burst look great.
Oh yeah, this looks fantastic. Okay, so we'll go. Oh, good. Yeah, I actually beforehand moved the trim claw out a little bit so it'd make it a little bit easier. Okay, so I don't have to do much else with that. So now comes the fun. Now it's putting the strings on.
String time already?
String time already. Okay, so we are going to go, because I have bulk strings.
What strings are we using today, sir?
And we are going to use SIT Power Wound 10s, 10 to 46 to be exact.
And who else is sponsoring this event?
SIT strings are sponsoring. Do-do-do-do-do. For this being our bulk strings, these are really, really good strings.
No complaints here.
No, it's been great. If I would have thought of this, I would have put this music on sooner. Do that. You know, I always keep something on my dry erase board that says tension of the strings equals tension of the springs. Because it's a balancing act. Well, that's actually not bad. Now, as I go to set this thing up, obviously this is going to change. I still got to adjust the neck. I still have to raise or lower the bridge and the saddles. This thing should be ready to rock and roll. Alrighty. That sounds pretty good. Pretty even across the board. I'm going to go to the middle. Neck. We'll go into the 4. Sound good. I didn't miss by much. This is a Fender Blues Junior 4. Just clean. Maybe just a hint of reverb. So that's going to do it for this episode for extended guitar and bass builds, bonus content, and giveaways. Please be on the lookout for our Patreon. Thanks again. See you next time on T-Bone Talks. I'm T-Bone, and I'm done talking.